Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Blending Ain't Easy. I'm your host, Elle. I'm so glad you all are joining me again. Now, if you've been following along, we've already talked about dating someone with a child and how to handle it when the kids don't like you and how to set boundaries with the ex. But today's episode, this one hits close to home for a lot of blended couples. We're talking about what happens when your parenting styles don't match. Maybe you're the strict one and your partner is more laid back, or maybe they believe in talking things out while you're more about structure and discipline. Either way, it can create tension fast if you don't get on the same page. So today, we're going to unpack why parenting differences happen, how to talk about them without turning it into a fight, and how to find a middle ground so the family and the love can actually grow strong. So, first, let's be real. Everyone parents differently. We're shaped by how we were raised and what we went through, and what we want our kids to experience differently. Maybe one of you grew up in a strict home where because I said so was the rule. The other might have grown up in a house where kids could express their feelings freely. Neither is automatically right or wrong. They're just different. But then those two approaches meet under the same roof, especially in a blended family. It can feel like chaos. And here's where it gets tricky. In blending families, sometimes one parent feels like they can't discipline the other person's child, or maybe one parent is too lenient because they feel guilty after a divorce or a breakup. That guilt can lead to overcompensating. More freedom, fewer consequences, more yes than no. Meanwhile, the other adult might feel like they're the only one trying to create structure. Sounds familiar? If so, you're not alone. Parenting styles, clashes, are one of the top reasons blended relationships struggle. But the good news is you can fix it. When your parenting styles don't match, the key isn't to fight about it. It's to talk about it calmly. Before you even try to address what's happening with the kids, take time to understand each other's point of view. Ask questions like, what values are more important for you to teach your child? How do you handle discipline when things get tough? What's one thing your parents did that you definitely don't want to repeat? These kinds of conversations build understanding instead of defensiveness. And here's something that helps. Don't have these talks in front of the kids. It's easy for them to pick sides or get confused if they see adults disagreeing about rules. Handle those conversations privately, then present a uniform front. When kids see both adults on the same page, they feel safer and more secure, even if they don't always like the rules. Then that way they know they can't get away, with something that the other parent clearly does not want to happen or want that child to do. Now, let's talk about how to actually find a balance when your styles are miles apart. Step one, identify what works. Every parent or step parent brings something valuable. to the table. One of you might be great at setting structure. The other might be amazing at creating emotional connections. Instead of trying to change each other, find ways to blend those strengths. Step 2, agree on the non negotiables. Decide together on the big things. Respect bedtime routines, screen time, chores, grades, and behavior expectations. That way, both of you know what lines can't be crossed. Step 3, don't undermine each other. If your partner disciplines their child, don't reverse their decision behind their back. Even if you disagree, talk about it later in private. Undermining each other's causes confusion and resentment, and kids will pick up on that fast. Step 4, learn to compromise. There will be times when you both have to meet in the middle. Maybe you loosened up on certain rules, or maybe your partner tightens up on structure. It's not about who's right. It's about what helps the family function. So sometimes, even after all that effort, things still feel off. You might feel like your partner always sides with their child, or that you're walking on eggshells. If that's the case, here's what you can do. You can first be patient. Change doesn't happen overnight, especially when children are still adjusting to new family dynamics, whether that's in a new house or, just having their own room and not being able to sleep with you. Second, revisit the boundaries together. Sometimes you both need to realign on what's working and what's not working. Number 3, consider family counseling. A neutral third party can help you see things that you can't see on your own. Sometimes it's best to get it from another point of view, somebody on the outside looking in. And most importantly, don't make your relationship a battle of parenting styles. Make it a partnership. Don't always feel like, oh, I have to be right and your parenting style is wrong. The goal isn't to win. It's to build together. When kids see that teamwork, that respect between adults, it teaches them. It teaches them more than any lecture ever could. So, here's what I want you to remember. Blending families are built over time. You don't have to have it all figured out right away. When your parenting styles clash, it's not a sign that you're incompatible. It's a sign that you're different people learning how to work as one unit. You are you, and they are who they are. Respect the differences. Celebrate what each of you brings to the table. And keep showing up with patience and love. Because when you do that, something beautiful happens. Those kids, they start to see a model of what a healthy communication and real partnership looks like. I want to say thanks again for joining me for another episode of Blending Ain't Easy. I hope today's conversation gave you a few tools to help balance your love, parenting under one roof. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend. Don't miss next week's episode, because I will be back next week to talk about when your in laws or extended family don't accept the blend. That one's gonna be deep. But until that time, remember that love takes peace, love takes patience, families take teamwork, and blending, well, blending ain't easy, but it's worth it. Toodles.